Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MicroStrategy today. MSTR here early in the morning. I don't normally do this, but I've been making a couple videos today just in regards to, well, the shit fest that's happened today. I'm trying to calm people down in case anybody's worried, because even though last night I was literally talking about a lot of things moving down a little bit and then moving up throughout the rest of the week, right? The plan is still that by the end of this week, everything is probably at new all-time highs and moving up higher, or in the midst of a breakout move higher, right? Everything in crypto. People can forget that, right? Even though I said that less than 12 hours ago, literally, I just woke up to make these videos to remind people that it can get forgotten whenever you drop 2%. We're down 2.3% today in MicroStrategy. I fully expect that we're finding support here. If you draw a line, if you kind of connect these lows, it seems as though we're coming in a nice kind of tandem with this. We could even go a little bit lower, I suppose. If we drew a professional line, a very straight line, yeah, it stands to reason we could go even lower. We could go to 330, something like that. Find support at previous areas of support here. Find support at previous areas of support here. I don't suspect that we do, however, right? And if we do, it's okay, right? We're at 345 now. If we go to 330, that's okay. But I do expect that we are about to not only move higher, but break out of this whole range, right? But by the end of this week, I suspect that we will be up here around 450, 420, somewhere in that area, maybe 440. If we're not there by the end of the week, the only expectation that I would have is that we are not lower, but that we are higher. If we don't stop here, somewhere here by the end of this week, my expectation would be that we're only higher, right? We don't have to be exactly at the tops of this area. Again, 420, albeit even 415, I guess would do. It doesn't have to be quite there, but something well above $400 is what I anticipate. We're at 345 now. This might be the lowest opportunity to buy MicroStrategy this week. After all, the move down did not happen with that much volume, right? A lot of this moving down did not happen with a lot of volume at all. We don't even know what a lot of volume is these days, man. Looking at the 3 hour, I guess it's more than average on the 3 hour, but still not too significant. If we look at the relative low here, come on now, if I can get the low here to the relative high. A lot of things are finding support on their 0.5. I said this with Bitcoin. I don't know why, but the 0.5 has been an area across the crypto board that everything's finding support. And I often say this, you don't expect to find significance at the 0.5. It's not a fib level. But when you do find significance there, you get significant moves, right? Because oftentimes whenever you see this kind of move, you will go to the 61869. It's inevitable. So whenever you find support here, that means you destroyed the inevitable. You Thanos that shit, right? And you're literally got so much buying pressure, not enough selling pressure, whatever the two things are. Maybe it's a little bit of both. That's bullish in itself. You're going to fly. You're going to fly. I suspect that you probably move up faster here than you have either of these other two times, right? I really do. I think that we will see some moves up that are going to be rather dramatic, and you can see that here in the RSI as well. We have lower lows. In the RSI, we've cooled way the hell off in the RSI while maintaining from these same relative lows here, higher lows in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence. Now, hidden divergences aren't as powerful as regular divergences, but when you're this low and you're in the presence of something like Bitcoin that might just rip to the upside to new all-time highs in a day or two, or in hours even, this thing can get some momentum too, right? Especially if they're backing their funds and stuff in Bitcoin. I mean, we're looking at this on a 3 hour time frame, moving up like this, just to the same kind of trajectory here. That puts us on Friday. That's literally Friday this week right here, right? That's literally that day right there in that time frame. And it looks so perfect for this range, does it not? It literally it's perfect. I couldn't draw it better. And then of course, top of the range there, top of the range here on a horizontal perspective as well. I don't see a scenario where MSTR does anything but go up this week. So if you're looking to buy, if you're looking to get some call options, it's probably a good time to get some. I wonder what's the MSTR. Let's look at the open interest or the max pain even. We can do both. Let's see. I'm assuming it's probably lower than the current price, but I still think we're going to go up. You don't have to go down just because max pain is down there, right? But depending on how overexposed the market is, it can. I mean, max pain's at 335. I did say we could go to 330. I did say that. And if we went to 330, you might see people let go of some of their positions and reallocate into some shorter positions or just deleverage it entirely. But just because it's down there doesn't mean we have to go down there, right? This is for this week's expiry. I mean, you can still grow even with max pain being below your current price. Let's look at open interest real quick. Yeah, looks like a lot of calls got put in for this expiry here, man. Crazy. Let's see. There's a nice little bit of calls and puts for the end of February, the 21st. There might be, if this is the week here where we've got all these calls and puts open to expire, this could be a time where MicroStrategy literally tops off, is the week of the expiration of the 21st, right? Maybe gets pushed back one more week and it's the 28th. That's where I have my expirations personally, but you know, tomato, tomato, whatever. We'll see how it goes. I fully expect that MicroStrategy over the next 30-day period, it will likely see not just new all-time highs, but it'll obliterate this entire zone. If we're not at $1,000 by the end of February, don't hate me, right? We could be at 800 by the end of February, and then pressing higher to 1,000 sometime in early March, mid-March. That's kind of the expectation at the moment. If not, you know, we really could top off by the end of February at $1,000. We could. And if we don't reach $1,000, the given minimum is 800. But I truthfully do think that we will not just break $1,000, but I think we'll reach for 12 to 1,300. That's kind of my anticipation at the moment. We'll see. I want to do one more thing before we end the video. Okay. I want to just measure your relative like fib extensions, okay, and see what you've done. So from a relative, I think I did this last night, but I just want to do it for myself because I can't remember. Here you went just above your 2272, right? Just above your 2272. You went all the way up. You went just above your 2272. I remember because I thought we were going to find more resistance at the 1618, and we just tore right through it. So 2272, next likely area. Of course it is. Okay. Here, from a high point to a low point in your relative phase consolidation, here you went all the way up to your 2886. You found resistance at the 2272. You sold off 21% the next day. You know, trading that 2272 would have been advantageous there. And then you even had an opportunity to buy back at lower prices than when you sold, even if it did go up higher afterwards. But the 2272 extension coming in clutch a couple times there, high to low here. I don't expect we'll see it this time. That's a 1886 extension up there. All I'm trying to say is I'm measuring like the most relative moves, the most recent moves that we've seen in MicroStrategy's history, right? And all of them have been relatively deeper extensions, right? The 1618 did not come up once. Right? It did not come up once. And we only did 3 iterations. That's not everything. We go back in time. I'm sure we can find plenty of examples that stop in this zone, right? But relative to this cycle and relative to the most relative moves, we've seen anything from the 1886 to the 2272. Even the 2886 came up, right? All these higher. I definitely don't expect MicroStrategy to be at 1800, right? Bitcoin would have to be, it'd have to be a couple $100,000 or more by that point, right? But I would assume 900 is in the bag, man. 960 is in the bag. 1200, something in this area is inevitable. Like it literally is inevitable. So I got nothing else for you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Great buying opportunity. That's the most appropriate word for what's happening today. Is today has provided anybody who wants to get into MicroStrategy. It's provided you an opportunity. If you want to take the opportunity, go for it. If you want to pass up on it, go for it. But please, please, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. You can do whatever you want, but please don't sell here. This is a if you bought here, if you bought over here, if you bought at the high, you bought higher. Even if you bought here, you're buying low and you're selling low. That's not what you do. You're buying high and you're selling low. That's not what you do. You're supposed to buy low and sell high. This is a buying opportunity, my friends, not a selling opportunity. Anyways, take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.